He put his hand on the dying deer, then grabs the officer. An electric current passes through both of them. The deer's sensations are followed by the officer's. He falls to the ground, convulsing. This is Powder's fourth power, psychic transmission. The police officer seems to have gone through 1,000 tortures. And as the transmitter, Powder felt the pain. A pregnant woman was struck by lightning on her way to the hospital. Before she died, she gave birth to a strange baby. The father seemed to be looking at a monster. The baby's cries grew louder and louder, but the father was still cruel enough to abandon him. The baby's brain waves are abnormal. Dense ripples signaled that he was not human. Eventually, he was taken home by his grandfather. Because of his strange appearance, he was locked in the basement for 18 years, until his grandfather died. The director of the orphanage came to pick him up. They carefully opened the basement, but they found it wasn't as bad as they'd been told. The director encouraged the boy to come out of the darkness, but what he looked like shocked everyone. They took Powder away, for the first time in 18 years. As he approached the crowd, all the police cars suddenly honked their sirens. Even the walkie-talkies went off. One cop even noticed a row of lightning rods had been installed on the roof of the house. The next day, the director took him for a medical checkup. After making sure he was in good health, the dean gave him a pair of blue contacts. It was his first time at school, but something went wrong in his first physics class. The teacher brought in an electrical device. When he flipped a switch, he could see a visible electric current. No one in the corner noticed Powder's unease. The paper clip suddenly flew out. Then the pen spun out of control. Powder grabbed it and held it down. But the next moment, an arc of electricity struck him, followed by a second one. He was lifted up by two powerful currents. The students were stunned. The teacher quickly interrupted the apparatus. The power was cut off. Powder was taken to the hospital, but the doctors found him unharmed. The nurse interrupted them. Powder had disappeared. All he wanted to do was go back to his grandfather's farm, because it was only in that little basement, where he wouldn't be laughed at. That's when the police car stopped him on his way home. The sheriff asked him why he ran away from the hospital. Powder said the day he was born in the hospital was the worst day of his life. The sheriff couldn't believe it. He could remember everything that happened on the day he was born. He followed the sheriff back to school. Soon after, a number of experts ran extensive tests on him. They came up with a conclusion that surprised everyone.
She also tells me that reading and your grandparents are the only ways you've experienced the world. Is that true?